Now this video is how to draw a stickman, or an advanced stickman, or stickman where I do things like this. I use the stickman pose 24/7, as you can see it underneath most of my sketches. Now you can use figures like these, but you don't need these guys at all. Watch yourself. We're gonna start with the head, then we're gonna start with the neck, then we're gonna stop, joint, stop, is what I do, joints, shoulder joints, and then I like to curve the shoulder, curve the chest. Now we could draw chest lines, but we're not gonna do that right away. Then we're gonna stop right here. Sometimes I draw like a stomach just to even it out, like a stomach joint, and then I'll draw like the hip or whatever you want to call it right here, the start of the lower body. Then I'm gonna draw two joints right down here. Yep. So now we're sitting pretty good. Then I'm gonna draw leg joints, thighs and whatnot. Dink, dink. Draw it again, dink. And then let's go for the feet. The feet I have looking like a wide. Maybe I should have used that upper space. Let's draw an arm somewhere. Just gonna have it like sitting, like joints, dink. Let's just draw a square for the hands. And since he's facing frontwards, we're just gonna have him like this. Now we're gonna do another angle later to show you why these lines right here, these cross lines, would help. Okay, let's do a quick rundown. The head, the neck. Sometimes for placement I'll put a little circle here. Shoulders. Sometimes I do the circle before or after, but we have the circle, the chest, the half circle. Sometimes you can do triangles, up to you. Abdomen, that leads to the pelvis really. Do these two for the hips, because when people draw legs that come straight out of here, it does not look right. And also I like these two circles here, so if you're doing like a female or whatever, I usually make these circles much bigger, so when you roll around it, it's more of a feminine structure. Now there could be two ways I'll do the legs, like I'll do the leg like straight down and then draw the foot, or I'll do the leg, then knee joint, then the foot, and then I'll draw the knee joint after if I do the full line. I have the legs and the feet. Sometimes I do the feet like round, or I'll do it like square depending on how he's facing. Sometimes to make things even, I'll draw this right here, and that's good for the elbow, which would be towards the belly button. The elbow would be a little bit lower than the middle. Check at home if your elbow's lined up with your belly button, because it is with mine. Anyways, I'm gonna draw the next one. Think. You can do like the forearm and the hands like halfway down the thigh. Your fingers are almost touching your knees. Halfway down, depending on your body type. Some people's body are different and whatnot. This is pretty much what you want. Now if you want this character to face another direction, I turn it like the head, the line right here, and then turn the line right here. But that means the peak of the chest got to be right here somewhere. And the shoulder would come over this way, and this shoulder would come over backwards that way. And this thigh would come back here, and this thigh would come up more. Let's do that again. So we're gonna start with a circle. This time we're gonna have him facing another direction. This is why you don't need the shoulder joints first. We're gonna do the chest. Now the peak of the chest is gonna, depending on where he's facing, we're gonna have him facing like a corner angle this way. So we're gonna have his head, just to show you, like that, bink. So that's why we're gonna curve this chest almost like this. This is gonna be more narrow, and since we're gonna be seeing more of this side of the body, this is gonna be more curved. Dink, because we're seeing less of this side, so it's going to be more thinner. As something gets thinner, the more it's turning. Then we can start with the two shoulder joints, one back here. Then we can start like, I don't always draw the middle stomach, but then I go like straight to the, whatever this is, I forgot. And then, think, we got that, so now we're going to draw him a pose. Maybe we should, let's just go to the lower body first. This is going to be behind it. Now this hip area is going to be right there. Start of the legs. It's gonna be like this. Then we're gonna have the leg joint, dink. I'm gonna have this one up a little bit more because it's turned. Now let me tell you why this joint is gonna be up a little bit more than this one. I have this stick figure just standing. Hold on, let's flash the light on him. This foot is higher than the other. Use this figurine for an example. See, both feet are pretty much on even playing field. Until I turn the back left one, and now that one looks higher. And let me turn the back right one. Now that one looks higher, but they're both on the same plane. Same would go for the rest of the body. Like, reality is weird. So I got the knee legs. We don't need this line here. Then the feet could start right here somewhere. I like drawing a line right here, and then like a wide square. It widens out. And this one is going to be more like a... He's going to put his feet like right here. The point's going to be right here. Dink. Now I don't know what he's going to do with his hand exactly. Should this one just be straight down? Then the back one could be doing something. Yeah, we're going to do it like that. Dink. Circle. Yeah, this one's going to come straight down like this. Somewhere a little bit lower than the middle of the stomach is where I start the elbow. That's his way the action figures do it as well. I don't really copy the action figures with the elbows, just slightly below the center of the stomach. It's just coincidence how I do that, but yeah. It's good for alignment. And, yep. And then the hands is going to start somewhere a little bit higher than the thigh, I'd say. Just a tad bit in the middle of the thigh. Then this hand's going to be what's this hand going to be doing? I'm going to have him like this. His hand's sticking out, like, because it might be a sword right here. I haven't done this pose before, so let's do it. So I'm going to do a square for the hand. Just a square for now. We have a perfect Stickman to get ourselves started right here. Look at how beautiful that looks. And now what we want to do is to continue from this Stickman. I'm going to keep drawing anyway, but first I want to see what character I want to choose, who I'm going to draw. Shard. Maybe I should draw a Shard. Nah, it's not good for the head. To show you guys what the head, because he doesn't really have... Who should I draw? Maybe I draw her. No. Well, looks like we're gonna have to draw a new character. I could draw a concept of my character Koro. You know, I should actually do that because, yeah, he's like a pig man, but he's a swordsman. I think I never drew him out the cloak, so let's do it. Let's start. I don't know what he's gonna look like actually. Not sure if he's gonna look brolic or skinny. I'm gonna have him look kind of skinny. So the next gonna be over here. Then I don't know what kind of clothes he's gonna wear exactly. What type of clothes would he have? I got an idea. Alright, I thought of a brilliant idea. Well, it's an old screenshot of this dude's outfits. So I'm just gonna draw it. Tink. I'm gonna give him a nice... Yeah, he's gonna be like this. It's gonna... I don't think I've drawn anyone this baggy of pants. Like... Then the dude was wearing giant boots. Not sure if I want to do that, but we might have to. Now I'm going to do a quick rundown of this character. His name is Akoro, the Infinite, and that's off his beliefs of the Infinity. And I'll get into that much later, but Akoro has this sword called the Blade of Infinity, or the Infinity Blade. He keeps this sword wrapped constantly, because whatever the sword touches will take the element of the thing it last touched, or the surface of the blade will. But if it keeps touching things too much, it'll start creating astral rifts, creating tears in space and time with every cut on accident. Now here's a good representation of how I use these stick figures in real time. Now this is a quick sketch and design and whatnot, but this easy stick figure setup shows you how and where it could lead to if you do it properly. And it's very easy to do, easy to set up. I always use it. It's greater for simpler designs, of course, and it cuts my time in half. And you can definitely alter the Stickman to your preference and what works for you. But it's a perfect, easy initial setup. You could do what you want with it afterwards. This is just what I use, of course. You can use different shapes for the chest, different shapes. People do all types of things. Now, every single pose I've ever done has used this Stickman. If this video helped you, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. And maybe subscribe. To yours truly, see ya.